Hello and welcome to another edition of our podcast, Recycle, Don't Be a Waster. Today's podcast is a little bit different, firstly because I'm recording this sitting in my car, waiting for a meeting, but secondly we want to introduce you to, I suppose, our cartoon characters, which might sound like a strange topic for our recycling podcast, but I suppose we think that a cartoon or a light, entertaining method of explaining recycling will be a good idea. So we're launching our universe of recycling characters, fundamentally based on our mascot, Mr. Waster, who we've had for a year or so. But we're building out some more characters around that, and you'll hopefully see, some more content created around this that will help people recycle and maybe progress to a different demographic, or people who may not be podcast listeners or video watchers. They may watch this cartoon. I suppose in theory, the theory or the approach we're looking at is a light sort of approach based something along the lines of Postman Pat, Fireman Sam, those sort of cartoons that have been around for kids, I suppose, for generations, based around friendly, easy to understand. Bob the Builder is also another one. And I suppose that's the approach we're looking for. So our main character is Mr. Waster, whose name is Wally. He lives in the beautiful Australian town of Seahaven, which pretty much could be in any. It's a bit like a Springfield. It could be in any town in Australia or really any country. But let's be clear, he is Australian, and Wally is a hard-working recycling truck driver who loves nothing more than recycling, helping small business owners understand how they can recycle more stuff, and I've just been a helpful guy who always goes the extra mile. Some of the other characters that we will be exploring and launching will be Rosa, who runs the local cafe, and Wally, the Mr. Waster, stops off there every morning to pick up his favourite coffee, and they inevitably end up chit-chatting about the environment and recycling. We have some other characters. We have a young boy who just loves recycling. He's a bit of a geek, I suppose, and at school he's constantly studying and researching about new recycling technologies. He's got his dog. His dog is called Julius, and Julius is what we would call a bit of a messy dog who constantly gets into mishaps and messes up with garbage pails or garbage cans. Sorry, I sounded American there for a minute. But, knocks over rubbish and causes a great disturbance that Wally has to inevitably tidy up. So you'll get to meet Dustin and Julius. And also there are some stranger visitors to the area who may not even be from, well, not even from Seahaven, but maybe not even from this planet. But they will be appearing as well in some of the content that we're creating. So, I look forward to the launch of these characters. I think they will create a lot of opportunity for us in getting that recycling message across to people. And I really look forward to see how it goes. So we'll leave it there today. This was a pretty short one, but it's just to, I suppose, give people the heads up that that things are happening, that these characters will be coming out, and you'll see them more and more. So we'll leave it there. And thanks. Recycle. Don't be a waster.